Hey guys, welcome to the Life of Swati podcast and thank you for tuning into the Life of Swati podcast today, that is 29th April 2021. I want to give a radio feels to y'all. Not that I'm not going to do my regular videos. I will record our regular videos. I am going to do the vlogs. I'm going to do, skincare talk, Ayurveda talk, things which I'm interested in, but the days that I'm not posting and not editing my videos, I don't want to overwhelm you all visually because everything is so visually overwhelming. And that is why I love just listening to audiobooks, love listening to people that I'm interested in rather than watching them. I love old school radio, but without the advertisements. You know what I mean? So I just want to create something like that through my podcast. And I would give you a lot of content in terms of vlogs time to time, but I also would love to give you all podcast because I want you to just keep away from your screens, just listen to my voice. You don't really have to strain your eyes at all. So I want to talk to you all about something that happened in the morning today. When I woke up, I got an advertisement for the portable tap attacher water filter that filters the hard water sediments. It filters various salts, it segregates chlorine, and gives you clean water out of the tap. And I was like too intrigued because it being a portable technology and I wanted to explore exactly what it is. So I went on Amazon to see what exactly are the reviews in India for the portable water filter. And what I did see is something that got me into thinking, disturbed me for a while, but then having spoken about it, to my family, it actually got me into thinking, and I'd love to discuss my thoughts with you all. I saw this review of the portable tap filter on Amazon from a woman in Vadodara, Gujarat, where she posted some pictures and she wrote that the tap water filter, the portable water filter, did not work for her. And she posted a picture of the water resembling that of gutter water. She said that this is the water that's coming from the tap from the past year or so. And it got me into thinking that why? Is India that poor that a basic household cannot get good water to do their basic chores? Because the water picture that she posted on Amazon was literally gutter water, and she also mentioned that how the water stank, like the water stinks. The water that comes out of her tap stinks, and that's been happening from a past year. According to me, water as clean as drinking water should be used for bathing, should touch your skin, should be used for doing your utensils, should be used for doing your clothes. Because these things touch your body, touch your skin and hair, everything is prana. You get skin issues, hair issues, you get immunity issues because of the bad water. Water is the basic requirement for a person to live, and we all pay taxes to the government to get these basic things as a citizen. And one of the basic things that we demand is clean water. When I saw the water coming out of her tap, I was so shocked and it really disappointed me. And I got into thinking that no, we as a country are not that poor. I see there being a lot of distinguish between the way a person lives their lifestyle from one person to another person. So there's a lot of distinction between one person to another person, not necessarily monetary distinction. It has to basically do with the mentality. But I don't really want to go in rounds. I'll be very clear as to what I want to communicate. So when I was initially very disturbed seeing the state of her house, seeing the state of the water that she and her community people are receiving, and I discussed with my family, and this is what I really realized. This is what that got me into thinking. And the realization is this, that there are, I would give you examples, I would give you hypothetical examples. So there are two people. One person's salary is, let's say, a lakh per month, and there's another person whose salary is 50,000 per month. Now the person whose salary is 50,000 per month just saves 5,000 but invests 45,000 into taking care of himself or herself. She or he will invest into, taking care of good food, taking care of their health, going to the club, join membership, take care of the skin, take care of hair. They'll buy good products for themselves. They would invest into themselves. They would invest in food. They would invest in their skincare. They would invest in their hair care. They would invest in grooming. They would invest in their fitness. So they end up saving just 5,000 a month, or let's say just 2,000 a month. And there's another person that earns a lakh per month, but that person has a mentality like, okay, I have to save 80,000 a month and I have just 20,000 to spend for myself. And this 20,000 and that 80,000 that he saves is not just for his future. The 80,000 that he saves is because he wants to save for the child's marriage, or he wants to save for, the child's future, as if they believe that the child will not be capable of taking care of themselves. This is the mentality that I actually have issues with. That is, people in India, they save a lot for their kin, thinking that they cannot really instill good values in their children to make their own money to grow, as big, and they compromise on their basic standards of living. So here I want to say that the person that earns a lakh per month, he does have money in his bank account, but he doesn't invest anything on himself, and he's okay being frugal. He doesn't eat properly because he wants to save the money. He doesn't invest in, grooming, because he doesn't really care about the way his body looks. But the grooming is not just about external appearance. It also boosts one's confidence. It also boosts one's moral values. And good food and fitness is not just, to look good in your 20s and in your 30s, but it would actually help you stay healthy till the time one dies, and it would actually make you so productive that you would be able to have multiple income to support yourself. So you see, the problem in India is not about the money. If you see the person that earns a lakh per month but just spends 20,000 and saves 80,000 for his or her kin, um you'd be like, oh my god, the person is so poor, I'm so sad the way that he lives his life. And if you see a person that just earns 50,000 per month but actually spends his life or her life lavishly and stays and wants to live the life that they are bestowed with properly, and then you'd be like, they are super rich, they must be having crores and crores of money in their account. Well, that is not the case. So you cannot judge a book by its cover. Some people do want to live their life very lavishly. Some people do want to demand a lot from their life. See, I have got this one life and I want to live this life to the best possible way that I can. I completely support this mentality. I support that this is one life, and we must and got to live this life with extremely high standards. And it is not just about the money. You already pay taxes to the government. It is your Janam Siddha Adhikar to get clean water. Why, in a country like India, why should the poor, or why should the middle class, or why should a normal household not have clean water provided by the government despite paying so much taxes? And we do know that some people have thousands and thousands of crores in their bank account, but why? But that money belongs to the basic public hygiene. Today, we have so many people dying out of COVID in our country due to lack of immunity. Don't you think we have access to eating good food? Of course, there is bhindi, there is spinach, there is methi, there is haldi in every household. We can build our immunity. So the problem is not with building our immunity, but the problem is the lack of education and the lack of insight, that the higher authorities should pay heed to. They should make sure that every household in India is given clean water from the taxes that they garner. They should make sure that as Indians, we are educated enough to make good choices. That is, we do not promote junk food. We promote food that should be eaten by the citizens to build their immunity, because a country runs only when its people are alive, up and running. Today, there are so many IT companies right now, the place where I'm staying, and they don't have their employees up and working for them because everybody is fallen sick out of COVID, because they get COVID from the family members, they transfer it to them. So it's not about the money that they earn. Money is earned by a lot of people doing various jobs. It's about the mentality that they want to spend their money on. It's about the way they want to live their life. That is something I'm against. I stay in a society that is super huge. Do you know that in my society as well, this is about the mentality of the people. They charge a lot from us in terms of maintenance. But do you know that the flush water sometimes stinks in the society? The water from the tap, the water, do we have water treatment plant, but then the water from the tap isn't that clean sometimes, and the flush water is like so bad, dark. I mean, it's super unhygienic, and I do not understand that despite paying so much money, also we don't really get the water that we deserve, the water that we pay for. So it's not about the money that you're paying in terms of taxes. It's not about the maintenance that I'm paying to live in such a big society. But it's about the mentality of the people, the authorities, in the place that don't even bother about your health or about your hygiene. It's definitely it has to do with the mentality of the common people around. So we must not accept these things. We should ask for better things. We should ask for good water, good food. We should make good choices. We should ask for high quality products. With today's podcast, I just have one thing to tell you all. Start demanding basic things. Start demanding good water. Start demanding cleanliness. Start demanding good lifestyle. This is basic standard of living. These are not luxury. Like demanding good water is not luxury. It's the basic standard of living.